Hi and welcome, it's Ruth here at artfulstampin.co.uk and welcome to my YouTube channel. Great to have your company, and tonight I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. Not done this before. I've thought about it for a while and yeah, just not got round to doing it. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to do it, as a couple of nights ago I created this beautiful paper here. So this was created using some really beautiful stamp sets. And I was thinking about coming on and showing you how to make some cards from this. But then I thought, what about let's create some additional papers to match it? Because one of the lovely things that Stampin' Up do with their designer series paper is that they'll often, in a collection of papers, they'll have, a couple of, say, floral ones, and then they'll have some more abstract, or they'll have more backgroundy, plainer styles. Let's see if I can find one to give you an example. So let's have a look at, so this is the Magnolia DSP. And so here we've got some florals. We've got that one, and then we've got this one. Then we have, just green and white with leaves. Then this one with smaller florals. Then we have a stripe, a brown background with leaves. Then a different kind of stripe. Oh, and then that large one with the large flowers. And what's on the back of this? Let's have a look. Oh, and then more peachy colour with the green and more peachy. So within one set of papers, generally you get 12 designs. That's usually the case. Sometimes there is a change to that formula, but generally that's what you tend to get. And I, for one, in my experience of buying papers, there's usually one paper that is just absolutely stunning and gorgeous that everybody wants. And then there's the kind of the more plainer, boring ones which help to accompany them. They're not any less important. They're just very different. And yeah, they do need to be there. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun tonight to actually, with you, create some accompanying papers that perhaps would go with this paper that we designed the other day. So that's my plan. So welcome everybody. I've just realised I've not got any Whisper White on my desk, so bear with me. Yeah, there we go, I've got a packet. I thought this was very vanilla, so I had very vanilla. Right, let's say hello to everybody that's come in. I've just seen quite a few people pop in there. I've got my drink ready. Hi, Steph. So we've got the two Gibson girls. Isn't that funny? Scrolling right to the top of the chat, we've got Steph Gibson and Gina Gibson. Oh, that's wonderful. Anne-Marie. Hi, Anne-Marie. Vicky. Anne-Marie, was it you that shared that lovely floral stamping this afternoon? Wonderful. Vicky. Hi, Sheila. Hi, Monica. Hi, Sabra. Ah, that's an unusual name. Beautiful. Are you new to my live, Sabra? Brenda, Linda, Betty, Rhonda, Tracy, Vanessa, Denise. Linda says, what the heck? I'm not late. No, you're not. Dolly, Karen, Gina, Steph, Marie. Right, okay. Hello, everybody. Hello. Right. Welcome also if you're watching on the replay. Your presence is important to me, whether you're watching on the live or later on. Okay, so let's get some cardstock out. Start with some good cardstock. I can't reiterate how important it is to use good cardstock, and in my opinion, Stampin' Up's just their Whisper White card is fabulous. So I'm just going to move that so that I've only got one layer of. Look at my messy desk. I just scooped up a whole load of stuff into a basket of bits and pieces. So I think tomorrow I might come on and do a scrap card because I feel that's what I need to do. Okay, so let's have a look at this for a moment. And I think what would be helpful to start off with is a look at elements of this and how we can use that to create some papers. Now I probably will, and I will do this, I'm going to cut this into half because I don't feel that we need to have a whole sheet of one design. So we'll do a bit, do another bit, and then maybe do another bit and another bit. Right, so already I'm looking at this design and I'm picking out that lovely those purple elements that we used, or we created with I think it was Highland Heather. And I'm thinking, shall we create a background with some of these designs only? If I just put that a little bit into the picture there, so just to remind you where we're headed, and get out some of this. Got you me on the big screen. Oh, a new telly, all set up, but typing on my phone. Yeah, I think you still have to type on your phone even though you're watching me on the telly. I think most people do that. I don't quite know how you do the typing and having it. Yeah, where are you from, Sabra? Nice to have you. So Dolly's self-isolating at home as well. Great. Right, so this is interesting. I've not done this before, so I'm not quite sure where to start. Just having a moment to think. Okay, if I start with this one. So this is what I regard as a sort of slightly more rectangular shaped image. So let's just do kind of a loose wave across the page. Oh dear, throwing it across the room. And then I was going to turn it around. So it was like that, so I'm going to turn it around now. Get you a bit closer. Go. Right. Hi, Kathleen Charlton. Welcome. Are you new to my lives? Hi, Kay. Hi, Martina. You're not too late. I've only just started. Okay, so then I'm going to flip it round again. That. Oh, slightly out there, but never mind. It doesn't have to be precise. It's just about getting some colour on here. Okay, so, oh, now that fits perfectly inside that space there. Let's try that. So for those of you who've just joined, what I'm trying to do is create a collection of papers that then match the design that I did the other day. So if you haven't seen that video, do go and check it out. It's where I used all the colours in the Subtles range that Stampin' Up do and created that this beautiful floral kind of piece. Right, so hold on. So if that goes like that, that goes like that. Oh, I'll bring that one back in again. That was like that, so let's turn that way. So I'm just going to ink up that section there. Do that there. So when you're creating patterns like this, remember to use up right to the edges. I'm going to, though, ignore that section there, though. Yes, I'm a little bit earlier tonight because I've been going on so late the last few nights that I am a little bit weary, and I just want a bit of an earlier night, and I wasn't too busy this evening, so I thought, oh, I'll come on and get going. Right, so we've got this sort of diamond shape, so just going to put that in there like that. Oh, fill it in there. Okay. Now we've got this leaf shape to go. Oh, I need to, I think, re-ink this pad at some point. Right, hope I'm not too worn out. No, I'm not too worn out. I just know that my body's kind of going, have some sleep. Yeah. I had to teach from home, but building up my courage to give it a go. Ah. Give what a go? Oh, having a go with this. Oh, you were here asking all the questions, Kathleen. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, sorry if I don't always remember names. I'm not very... Until I sort of... I suppose it's like in real life, isn't it? Until you meet somebody and either have a very significant conversation with them, and I guess when I say a significant conversation, it's got to be something that sort of stands out in the conversation. Or unless somebody is very distinctive looking, for all sorts of reasons, I'm not going to go into detail, but it takes a while, doesn't it, to kind of really, associate the name with the person and the character for it to kind of sink in every time. So it does take me, I will get there, it just takes a little bit of time to get that going, but there we go. Right, so I'm thinking, what about, let's introducing some green into this now. And I was looking at this design earlier and really liked the kind of intersection of this green bit with the purple here and this green bit here with the purple. And I'd like to recreate that as a pattern, as a background pattern. So, I know what, let me very, very quickly clean these stamps up because I want to try and reduce the amount of staining here. Martina's just finished the first challenge after the third go. Well, that means you have 3 things then, don't you, to play with? Look on the bright side. I'm trying to be strict with myself and only use the 4 stamp sets that I used these last 2 days. I know that sounds like I'm a glutton for punishment, but I think it's kind of, I want to do that because I know not everybody has, 30 stamp sets in their collection. They're not everyone's a demonstrator like me. So I'm trying to, show that you can recreate things and infinite possibilities with what you have already. You don't need oodles and oodles of stamps. So this is 4 stamp sets, and so hopefully by the end of today you'll have seen how to create some very, very different looks just with 4 stamp sets. Right, I'm just trying to follow the pattern here. I'm getting a bit stuck. Right, hold on. There we go. There. I don't think I've done this quite right, but never mind. I'm just going to get this colour on. Hope for the best. So I did some there. Oh well, let's just get it on. You know what, I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm just going to get this colour on. I don't think in the grand scheme of things people are going to go, you missed a bit there, or you did it the wrong way round there. It doesn't matter. It's just about getting that pattern on and just emulating that little section that happened quite by accident. And that's quite the nice thing about this process, and what you have to train yourself to look out for. Look out for those surprising juxtapositions of colour and pattern, and be prepared to be surprised by it, but then also enjoy it, and then go, okay, be prepared to go, I don't like that bit, but I do like that bit. And so therefore, let's recreate the bit that I like. And, you know, let's not worry about the bit I don't like. We'll cover it up with something, you know. So I think that's probably my best advice, really, regarding all that. See, I'm loving the interplay of this very plain looking leaf with the detail then of the purple flowers underneath it. How hard is it to do Facebook Live? Oh, it's super easy to do Facebook Live, Vanessa. Very easy. I mean, it used to be. Sometimes I'd go live at the same time on Facebook and on YouTube, but just have 2 devices and do it. No, you don't have to have a certain amount of viewers. That's the benefit of Facebook. You can go live direct from your own personal page, or you can go live from your business page, or in a group. If you want a private group, you can just have the people. So sometimes I go live on Artful Stampin Space, so only the people on Artful Stampin Space will see me. And then sometimes I do lives from my page. YouTube is a little bit more trickier, Dolly. If you haven't got 1,000 subscribers, you can't just go live straight from your phone. So it's a bit trickier. Right, there we go. So that's one background paper, I think, done. I don't really want to add too much more into this. I'm kind of looking just for a few maybe white spaces and just making sure they're filled. But apart from that, I think I'm happy with this. So you can sort of see how it matches. We've got this sort of matching of ideas, and but yet they're very different, and perhaps we could use that then as, you know, a little portion of this and mix it with this, or not at all. We're just using this as our inspiration. Okay, so let's move on. Oops. Now, I quite like the idea of those... Oh, I've just realised. I'm using the subtles when this was the brights. Ah. Oh, well. Okay, I'm going to put these subtles away. That's not too... That's so similar to that. I think I'll be all right. That's gorgeous grape. You can see actually it's a little bit darker, and that's pear pizzazz when it's supposed to be granny apple. Oh well, never mind. Right, let's just pop these away. I pulled out completely the wrong colour family. Right, let's go back and pick these out. I was looking at that yellow here and the oranges going, that's not very... So saffron is no way as bright as that. Ah, right, okay. Never mind. Okay, let's carry on. Carry on. Pretend you didn't see that. Yeah, it works. So without the 1,000 subscribers, is YouTube just do video with the phone and then load to YouTube? Pretty much, Dolly, unless you have some fancy equipment, or or understand the internet a little bit more. If you've got somebody who can set it all up for you with, like, yeah, there's some... I don't even understand it to explain it, to be quite honest. But yes, you can just upload. That's just what I did for years and years. I just filmed myself and then uploaded afterwards. Right, we want Daffodil Delight. Hi, Esther. I know I'm missing comments, sorry. If someone's asked a question and you want me to answer, really want me to answer it, just ask me again, because I know I'm missing comments. Sorry. Okay, so let's just do an all-over design with... I'm going to stand up for this, I think. With the sunflower here. So I'm stamping them just so that they're touching, and then I'm going to stamp this so that it goes in between. Now my big question is, do I want the centre of this sunflower to really stand out? Because my fear is that if I have that centre very dark, when I look at this, all I'm going to see is almost polka dots, and I don't actually want that. I want to be able to see the sunflowers. So I think I may just go for a lighter centre. I know that on the original piece I went for poppy parade centres, but I don't think that's going to work because of the pattern I'm trying to create. I want a much more subtler effect, so I can stamp, just could never multitask. I've been doing it quite a while, so you can get to this point. It just takes practice, that's all. So just I'd say focus on what you're good at for now. You know, focus on what you want to get good at as well. Just start doing the videos. I mean, Esther was the same. Actually, no, I tell you what, Esther started on Periscope, but it was so much more laid back because she wasn't a demonstrator at that point. So there we go. No, I think you could do it, Gina. It's just, yeah. No, I always say never, you know. If you told me this is what I was going to be doing 10 years ago, I'd been like, oh, really? So it's just about having a go. And it's better just to have a go and keep having a go rather than planning to do something absolutely spectacular and then either achieving it, which is great, but you haven't actually learnt lots in the process. It's better to actually keep practicing at something. Yeah, this stamp set's beautiful. So this one's Painted Harvest. The sunflower from Painted Harvest. I am trying to rotate it a little bit as I go around, so you don't end up with exactly the same pattern. Yeah, definitely, Esther. We're still figuring it out. So if this is the first time on my YouTube channel, please do subscribe, because if you like what you see, it's easier to re-find me if you followed me. So you just press subscribe, and then if you want instant notifications of when I'm actually live, then press the bell button and you'll get a notification. But just be aware that if you've changed the settings on your devices, sometimes it changes it and you don't get a notification. Esther giggles, yeah. Right, okay, so that was the centre. So let me just bring back the original one. So do you understand what I mean about I don't want to create like a polka dot effect? You know, if I then put red there, I'm afraid that my eye is just going to get drawn to all the red. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to, I think, perhaps go for putting an orange centre. Or shall I go for... I'm wondering whether to go for a pink centre, so it's not so obvious, or a yellow. Oh. You know what, I'm going to try it and see. Because I can always stamp over the top, can't I, with orange if I don't like it. Oh, I do like it. Yeah, because I just want to create a pattern. I'm not... Right, okay. I'll do super speedy. Okay. Maybe a little hint of pink in there. Just a tiniest hint so that it's not all yellow and orange. So just a little bit of detail like that. There we go. That'll do. So far we've done that and that. And cut some more paper. Dots every time. Oh, the rose inside. Yeah, that was last night, wasn't it? We did the rose inside. Now I'm going to do a rose piece of paper now. This is going to take me to my happy place. Pink roses all over a piece of paper. Oh, who could ask for anything more, eh? Right. I did dig out the buffalo check that because I thought that would make a really nice background to match with all that floral. But then I've put a self-imposed restriction on myself because I thought it would be interesting just to use the stamp sets that I've used over the last couple of days. So I'm not going to use them. What do I use? Generally I use water, and then I will sometimes use the spray, especially if it's the rubber stamps. I'll use the spray, and if they're particularly stained, I'm using the new Stampin' Up cleaner, which is really good, really good for cleaning. But generally it's just water. Yep. Right. Oh, should we do clusters of 3? So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oops. Now would that fit there? Just. Okay, right. 1, 2, 3. You're welcome, Sabine. So, Sabine, are you a demonstrator then? Hi, Navarana. Oh, we could do with anybody who's on Artful Stampin' Space. We could do with a few more people signing up to the, if you're in Germany or Holland or wherever, to sign up to the card. Like, it's not quite a swap. It's we're creating lists of people who want to send cards to each other, and so you're going to send it sort of really to the person who's in the list underneath you, type thing. And we could do with a few more people signing up who are in the EU, but not non-UK EU. So if anyone wants to go and do that, that'd be great. But not right now. Stay with me. Hi, Jackie. Right, so to make my life a bit easier, I'm just going to place the leaves where I want them to go. And I'm going to pick that up like that. I wonder if I could get a third one in. Ooh, yes. So much easier. See what I did then? Drop the mic, everybody. No, we'll find somebody else, Martina. I know that there are more folks who watch me that could participate. So. If needs be, I can put myself on that list. Actually, this is where, you know, when here, at this point here where I went over the line, because I've got that pattern there, it actually makes it a bit easier to line up the stamps. Because even though I know that's off the page, it kind of helps my brain. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? I wonder what would happen if I turned it around. No, not doing it. Oh, you haven't signed up, Kay? Oh, yeah, please do. So you can sign up in the UK or the international one. Right, let's have a think. Is there anything else we'd like to put onto here? What about a little splatter, just to give it a bit of interest? Oh, where's Daffodil Delight gone? It was here. It was here on my table. Oh, it's under there. Right. Now, unfortunately, there's only just this little yellow stamp here, so you just have to kind of do that a few times. So just stamp around. Stamp around, stamp around. Get up, stamp around. Sorry, that's a reference to a song. Some of you will get it. Oh, I had an idea for a bit of a spoof video, ladies. So my kids are going to be home from school from Monday, all of them. And so we're planning to watch some guy do like exercises every morning at 9 o'clock. So we're going to do some exercising. And then I wondered if I could do a Stampin' Up version of exercising using like maybe the punches as weights and various movements that we do at the table, you know. So watch this space, because I think I'm going to try and rope the kids in to help me do a spoof Stampin' Up exercise video. All right. I thought that would be fun. Oh, no, not that one. This one. I know, the joining up offer at the moment is awesome. It really is. Right, do I want to do Melon Mambo in the centre of these? Is it going to be too bright? Or shall we just do it? Let's bring back this one. What do you think? Or I could do it in red this time. Let's try it in the red instead, a bit different. Yeah, exactly, Sue. That's exactly what I was thinking. The stretch sideways for the ink pad, yeah. I thought, there's exercises, isn't there, for people who are over a certain age. I'm not naming any names or pointing at anybody. And, they do like stuff just sitting down exercises. So, I thought we could do some Stampin' Up themed armchair exercising. What do you think? Get you all moving. Huh? Let me just read what Vanessa said. I posted a video yesterday on my Facebook page showing how to make your own walking machine on your kitchen floor. Cool. Gotta see that. Right. Oh, I like that combination. That's nice. That does work very well, doesn't it? And I'm inclined to leave the white space. Look at all these lovely papers we're ending up with. Ooh, yummy scrummy. Right, let's move on. Let's keep going. So I used the poppy stamps, which are on my desk. Right, I'm going to move that buffalo one out of the way. It keeps throwing me. It keeps confusing me a little bit. So I could do big clusters of the poppies. Let's have a look. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right, let's go with Pacific Point. So 1, 2, and 3. And then what about starting there with that one this time? 1, 2, 3. So let's rotate where we're going to put this one. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. Two, 3. Nice. Right. It was Bermuda Bay, wasn't it, that I used? So we used that. I really like that flatter bloom. What, that one? Right, okay. Let's have a think. You're nodding at me. Yeah, because I can see you nodding. That's funny. Oh, I know what. What about using... That's funny, Janice. Okay, I don't know if you can see, but I'm not inking right to the end of that stalk. Do you guys see what I did then? I turned the paper. It was easier for me to do that than it was to actually turn my stamp around, so... Sometimes it is just easier to do that. Yeah, I am in your living room. Had a mental picture of the oldies, older than me, on walking frames doing that exercise. This colour is Bermuda Bay. And now I'm going to go in with Coastal Cabana with the splatters here. Oh, they're your favourite colours, Kathleen. Awesome. Right, let's tuck these splatters in with these leaves. This is a really good exercise in showing you how even limiting your colour palette can be quite good for creating backgrounds. So although there's lots of detail, you know, there's lots of pattern going on here. We've got flowers, we've got leaves, we've got what else we got? Yeah, leaves, splatters, flowers. You can create something that looks quite cohesive because you've limited the colour palette. So that's quite good. Now I'm thinking, just to get a bit of background texture, I should have stamped that. And you're all going, what? Yes, blue. Who had chocolate? Oh, Janice, I ate that chocolate that you sent me the other day. I'm afraid I was in a chocolate mood and I just scoffed it. So because this is the lighter blue, even though I'm going over the poppy, it's not actually, you know, it's not damaging the pattern, is it? It's just helping to fill in all that white space. Now, who was it that said on Artful Stampin' Space they can't cope with white space? Was it you, Anne-Marie? Or was it Sue? Oh, I can't remember. Somebody said, oh, I can't do white space. They did a whole page of One Sheet Wonder. Okay, that works brilliantly. I'm really happy with that. Right, let's just have a recap. Let's look at what we've done so far. So we've done the blue flower element. Oh, let me just close these up. So we've taken that as that bit of inspiration and done that. got the sunflowers and done that. That green and purple intersection, you know, here. Done that, even though they were the wrong colours. Never mind. And then we've done that, which is that sort of section there, but change the colour up a little bit. So what I feel that we need more of now is something that has maybe either a little bit more of a geometric feel to it, and maybe some stripes. That's what we need to try and create. And so let's have a look at the stamp sets together and see what we can find that we can do that with. So we've got Painted Poppies, Beautiful Friendship, Painted Harvest, and Beautiful Promenade. So immediately I'm thinking with the leaf, like these long leaves, maybe we could create some stripes with that. We have got the Dingle Dangles, which I didn't use on this original one, but we could do, because strictly it's still in that set. I'm a little bit reluctant to use the poppies because they didn't feature at all on that original piece, and I feel like that would be adding too much of an extra element. So I think I won't use that, and I won't use that, but we could use, you know, oh, I could do a whole page of splatters. That's another thing that I could do. Blue and lilac one are bliss. Oh. Sorry, you're asking me to do... Oh, you're telling me that the ones I have done are nice. Okay. Right, so let's look at the colour scheme so far and what I've not used. Actually, I think I've used most, although I haven't done much with the Poppy Parade. Maybe we could do something with the greens and the greens and the blues. Okay, let's get this green. Well, let's get this leaf out the way then. A dingle dangle trellis, yeah, could do that. Oh, just gonna get my cardigan back on. I took my cardigan off earlier because I was warm and now I'm cool. Actually, I could do a green and yellow background. I haven't done that yet. Oh no, that's mango. Let's go with daffodil. Right, let's see if I can do this quite quickly. Just going to get a strip of card. Actually, it's a bit too thick. Let's go with this one. Just as a bit of a guide. Okay. I'm just lining up the grid paper. Okay. So then we've got this green. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm trying to figure out a pattern. Oh, that's better. So I'm kind of creating a bit of a cross. So the direction I went in with the yellow, I'm doing the opposite now. Yep, there we go. Right. So I'm just trying to keep with this kind of stripy effect and focusing my stamping in the stripes and creating a pattern in there. Now my feeling is that these stripes are a little bit too far apart, because in order for it to show up as a stripe you're going to need to use quite a large piece of it. So what I'm going to try and do now is create another stripe to go down. You know what, I'm going to give up trying to make it too straight. I'm just going to go for it. So I'm deliberately not kind of trying to make it too straight. It's just kind of a random-ish stripe, because we can always go over it and do something else in a second. Okay, and then we can fit that one in there. Ooh, that was way off. Okay. Oh, what about yellow? I have yellow diamonds going down it. Hi Deborah, nice to see you. So let's do some yellow. It's a bit easier to get it to meet up, but so Deborah, for those of you who've just joined, I'm just trying to create some pattern paper to match the design that I did a couple of nights ago. So if you haven't watched that video, do go back and check it. I think it's called something like Floral with Brights, the Brights collection. All right, so that's very different from any of the others I've done so far. Bit more geometric. You know, I feel like it needs more yellow. So I'm wondering whether to just use this big one and do some yellow all the way down it. Yeah, it does look kind of a bit Asian, doesn't it? It's like a Japanese feel to it, doesn't it? Okay, I'm just going to use this as filler now. And yes, I am risking losing the definition of the diamonds, but I think it will be okay. Oops. Okay, that's better. It's not so stark, is it? There we go. Right, brilliant. Let's move on. Let's do one last one, because I've got one piece of paper left. What did I say earlier? Oh, splatters, that was it. So, seeing as I've done a yellow and green, what about, oh, I don't know, I'll let you guys choose. What splatters could I do? So we've got blues, we've got pinks, purple and green there. Actually, we've used green 3 times, so we're not going to use green again. We've used yellow enough times, so we don't need that again. Right, let's go very geometric. No flowers or leaves, just splatters and stamps and, sorry, splatters and shapes. And shall we go a bit more random, not so uniform? So I'm just going to go quite... Okay. Yeah, you never actually truly get a random. Yeah, it's a funny old world. Oh, it's so tricky because there's so many flowers and leaves in this set. I could use that diamond again, couldn't I? I do wonder whether just to stick that as a background. Have that as a background, and then I'm not going to treat it like a flower, it's just a thing. Bring the dingle dangles. Okay, so I'm not looking at this as flowers, this is just texture. Okay. Oh, I've just remembered there's a circle, isn't there, in Painted Harvest. I'll use that in a second, but I want to create some darker blue spots now. So right, there we go. Oh, by the way, if anyone's interested, I did share with you my friend Fran, who makes felt flowers. She's Fran's Crafts on Instagram. She's going to be very much stuck at home, and she said that her orders have kind of like slowed down quite a bit because she had quite a lot of orders for Mother's Day, and then it's kind of gone quiet again. So she'd appreciate some orders if anyone wants to order a felt flower. Right, where's that centre stamp gone for? Oh, here it is, stuck to that. Yeah, I don't know who... Kay, did you find her on Instagram? Do you mind just grabbing her details? Yeah, Fran's Crafts. She does really beautiful felt flowers, and she does wreaths. And if you know anyone that's getting married, she does bouquets as well. They're really lovely. Dots, yes, I can bring in the dots. I'm just going to bring in this purple stamp first. I'm doing stamping off. And I've ended up not being random at all with this one, but there we go. Yeah, let's bring in the dots. So I've got these little dots here that you can cluster wherever you want. There's also that other little splatter stamp which we could bring in. This one. So I'm kind of looking for the gaps now and trying to fill them. And it's not necessarily just gaps of, you know, finding the white space, but also where there's nothing very interesting happening. So okay, that's just an interesting exercise in how to create some patterned backgrounds that have got no florals, no leaves, just mainly shapes. Okay, so that was good. Right, so let's just recap then, and I hope that this has inspired you to re-look at your one sheet wonders that you're creating. So especially when they're this detailed. I know that a few of you have had a go, and so well done. But even if yours doesn't look exactly like this, someone shared one that they did with Thoughtful Blooms, which is much more tinier stamp sets. That's fine. Have a think how you can use Thoughtful Blooms to create pattern as opposed to, you know, like a composition. So there's your original. So these have inspired. I'll start with the first one that I did. That one. So that's one. That was supposed to be Granny Apple Green, but I got the wrong colours. So that. So sunflowers. Then some roses. That is just so lush anyway. Beautiful. I love that. Then the poppy. So let's move these up a bit. Then the poppies. Then stripes with the yellow and the green. And then some splatters. Now what will be interesting is how we can then cut up sections of these and then put them with that. Okay, so yes, it is very busy, but I'm thinking maybe we use black, you know, something dark as borders to define areas on a card or to highlight different things, you know. So I know it looks quite overwhelming at the moment with all these different patterns, but you know, we don't have to use all of them, and we can just use sort of this with something, you know, 1, 2, 3, you know, yeah, or perhaps, you know, take an element like this. Ooh, I'm dropping things, and use that as a focal point. You know, that could be cut out and used as a focal point. So there we go. You have got lots of, yes, you have got lots of homework. Yes, or try Bruno's scrappy strip technique. Yeah, that would be fun. So if you could cut strips of this, yeah, that would be really fun. So there we go. I think I'm going to do this again because it's such an interesting process to put yourself through. That sounds dangerous and hard work, doesn't it? But But no, sometimes we do need to stretch ourselves and stretch our stamps. You know, what I love about seeing this process is this is using 4 stamp sets. You know, 4 stamp sets has done this, and 10 colours. So if you're thinking of starting a new hobby, it goes to show that you could buy the set of brights, and actually, oh, it'd be interesting to add up the price of that. So the brights would be about 60 something pounds, wasn't it? Paint. Say these are approximately £20 each. 20, 40, 60, 80. So if you chose, because you can choose £130 a product, can't you, with your sign up? So you could probably get the inks and the stamp sets for your £130. You could then choose another stamp set as your freebie, and you would get some papers and the trimmer. So for £99, I think you could pretty much get these 4 with a set of ink pads. That's just occurred to me. Wow. Okay, so if you're thinking of starting a hobby, especially in this climate, you can go quite a long way to starting a new hobby for £99. And at the moment you can sign up with Stampin' Up, so you would sign up through me, and you can, for £99, get quite a lot of product. So there we go. If you want to have a chat about that, the offer is on until the end of this month, so we've got 2 more weeks. And yeah, it's quite a generous offer at the moment. So there we go. Embossing, yes, yeah, doing some layers of embossing on top of this would look very different. And it'd be interesting then to see if we could, you know, use what's already here. You know, we've got some really lovely sentiments here. That would be quite fun to do. So there we go. Yeah. Thank you, Janice. Right, guys, let's see if I can flip this camera around and say a quick hello to you all. Oh, sorry about that. Hold on. Yes, the additional... Oh, Sheila, I promised I was going to use stencils, didn't I? I've just realised I broke my promise with Sheila. Yeah, yesterday's video, I said, Sheila, next time I'll use stencils. Sheila doesn't forget a thing, does she? You don't forget, do you, Sheila? That's now, just on that note, actually, if you wanted to create some background papers to use with your One Sheet Wonders, your stamped One Sheet Wonders, yeah, using stencils in those colours would be great. Yeah, what about maybe tomorrow I come back on and do some stencils, but with the brights. And yes, Painted Harvest is still available, Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Yeah, it's... Let me just get a catalogue. Right. So, Painted Harvest is on page 128, and yes, I was right, it's £20. Beautiful Promenade is £20. And Beautiful Friendship is £20. Wow. I'm a smarter demo than I realised. Yeah, so I was right, £20 each. Now, Painted Poppies, I think, is 24. Oh, 21. There we go. Please do come back tomorrow, says Anne-Marie. I will. Try. Beautiful Promenade is 20. Okay. Yep. Yes, we know what colours are retiring, Sue. So on page... Let me just flip the camera again just to show you. Right, so on page 3 of the catalogue, you will see that we've got here the neutrals, brights, subtles and regals. So tonight I've been using the brights, which are these ones here. So these will be staying with us. And then every year they come out with 5 on trend sort of, and they call them in colours. So in 2018 we got given these ones, the lovely lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover and Blueberry Bushel. And I think I'm going to miss, out of those, I'm going to miss the lovely lipstick, Pineapple Punch and Blueberry Bushel the most. Those are just really lovely, lovely colours. Although I have used Grapefruit Grove way more than I thought I would, because it just goes so lovely with, it's like a lighter version of Calypso Coral. It's really lovely. So these are the ones we're going to be saying goodbye to. So if you don't own these yet and you like them, then I highly recommend that you purchase those and you get a re-inker, okay? Because once that ink pad runs dry, you're kind of like then just stuck with a dry ink pad. So purchase the re-inkers. So then these colours are going to be staying with us until next year. Now, unfortunately, Purple Posy is not available in an ink pad, but it is available in cardstock and also the Stampin' Blends, and also a marker pen set, in colour marker pen set. Okay, so does that answer your question? It's just that it's a green box, the other are black. A green box where, Brenda? You got the markers, Kate. Ah, good. A green box. Oh, I see. Sorry. Ah, right. Yeah, I'll explain. Sorry, I've just understood what you meant now. That's because this stamp set came out, oh, probably about 4 years ago, I think. Quite a while ago. And since then, Stampin' Up has had a rebrand. So they've changed the design of their packaging. So that's, and I purchased this a long time ago. So that's why this is in green. Now, because it's been with us for a long time, I have got a strong feeling that this might be going. I could still be wrong, but I've got a feeling about this one because it has been with us for a while. Now, we're going to know at the... Oh, Kay might be able to remind me. Oh, no, Kay, you won't know, will you? Sorry, who's on here? Janice. Janice might know. Janice, when are we seeing the new catalogue? I think we got given dates, didn't we, when we're going to see it? We got given dates this week. Oh, thanks, Esther. The 23rd, there we go. So once I get to see a copy of the new catalogue next month, so there's another month to go yet, I'll be able to deduce, and that they also give out the retirement list at that point. I'll be able to properly go through with you, and I'll probably do a catalogue run through. So I usually do catalogue run throughs twice, basically when they come out and they're brand new and I'm showing you the new product, and then also when we get the retirement list, and I will go through the catalogue and go through it and cross off all the stamps that are going to be going. All right, so don't worry, I will let you know what Esther said. Yeah, that's it. So thanks, Esther. So I'm just trying to make sure my charger is plugged in properly. There we go. Right, are there any other questions? You're welcome, Subo. So if you haven't shopped for any Stampin' Up products before and you live in the UK or Europe, so Europe includes Germany, France, Austria and the Netherlands. Those are the 4 countries that Stampin' Up! Are available in. If you are from the Netherlands and you'd like to see the stamp sets that are available in Dutch, please head to the Stampin' Up! Website, so stampinup.com, or go through my shop link, which is in the description below. And oh, Wendy, there's always loads going. I'm sorry to say, there's always loads that goes, but it's to make space for the new stuff. And I've been doing this 8 years now, and I have got used to my grieving period for the catalogue is now shorter. It used to be where I'd go, no, and I'd be like, for weeks, I'd be like, no, I don't want to say goodbye to that stamp set, no. And now it basically lasts as long as until I see the new catalogue. And once I see the new catalogue, I'm like, that's great, that's fine, out you go. Let's get the new stuff in. So there we go. Take care, Monica. Nice to see you. No work, Esther. No worries, Esther. I know you've got a class to sort out. Yeah. So, ladies, with everything that's happening in the world right now, isn't it great? We've not said the C word at all. Please don't type it. Let's not mention it at all. With everything that's going on, it's going to change the way I conduct my business. So it might be that I get to offer more posted classes, but it will mean that I'm not allowed to stamp images and send them to you. So it will mean that some of you might have to consider purchasing stamp sets if you want to make the cards exactly how I make them. Now I will say that I am doing a class, and it is going to be available online using the Stamparatus, and I'm thinking of offering kits. If you purchase Beautiful Friendship, I'm making that class available for £5, and you will get a template. Actually, I can show you exactly what you're going to get, because I've just been packaging it up for some of my ladies. Right, so in the kit you will get a template that I've made for you. Okay, you get a piece of 21cm by 21cm piece of card. You also get some squares, because the whole class is about how to stamp kind of in the round. Okay, I have actually shown some of these techniques already, but it's going to be a video with everything, you know, running through everything. So you're going to get some squares, you get a card base for sticking that one on, and also you get that for sticking something in the middle if you so wish. And you also get a share in some celebration freebies. So you get a half sheet of the vellum, and you get a half sheet of each of the foils. Okay, so if anyone's interested in that, please message me and let me know, because I will be placing an order at some point in the next week or so. So if you do want to participate in that, now I'll have to have everything sent to me first, and then I will then send it out. So I can either invoice you via PayPal, or I can give you my Bax account for you to do that. So if you're interested in that, basically it costs £25, and then postage will probably be about £1.50, I think, because it's not too thick, is it? It should go as large letter. Yeah, so you'll get everything here, and then you'll also get an exclusive video showing you how to do what I'm going to do. There we go. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Now, I can only offer that during you need to tell me before celebration ends to get the extra papers. Once celebration is over, I cannot provide the extra little bits and pieces. Okay. So, yes, I don't know. I hadn't thought of offering it more widely till tonight, to be honest. But there we go. It's because I'm still getting my head around this new way of working. But now I've done that one, I might think about doing some others. Maybe based around a stamp set. So you purchase a stamp set and then I'll send you a kit, if that sounds good. Ah, Janice is now home for a few weeks, so crafting and gardening, here I come. Lovely. Good. Subo says, lucky I get to work from home. Oh, that's helpful. Hi, Nydia. Yes, we're fine, thank you. Yeah. My department aren't able to facilitate working from home. Ah, okay. If you're in the US, then you can't purchase the stamp set. You'll have to purchase that yourself. But what I could do is maybe ask for a small contribution towards the exclusive video that I'll do. And what I'll do is also show you how to create your template. So although I won't be able to physically send you anything in the post, I will do a video showing you how to make the template. Yeah. I'll have a think about that, Nydia. And then and then obviously the video showing you how to use the template will also be available as well. Yeah. Nydia, can you message me? Can you private message me or email me, ruthtrice@gmail.com. Let's have a conversation about it. Right. Lovely to see you all. And great to have your company. I'm going to go and clean my teeth and go to bed, I think. So lots of love to you all. Stay safe. And yeah, go and get crafty. Go and get stamping. You've got lots of homework to do. Bye.